What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining me today on my channel. We're going to go through today um, a, a event budget tracker. This is similar to something that we have actually done before. In fact, actually, this template will look very similar to that. It's based off the same one, but this one has a little more analytics, a little more reporting, just a few more little tweaks to give you more information to make it a little more helpful to use. Both are on sale. This one's just slightly more expensive than the other one, but both are great. This template we're going to look at today is a Google Sheet, is an Excel, but it is also available as a Google Sheet, and we'll send the links over for both of those on the comments in the area. So we'll go ahead and go to it. This is a great template for anyone who's like a wedding planner or an event planner, someone who does, or a caterer, someone who has to manage multiple events at the same time and keep track of all their information. So we'll start with the blank slate one. We'll just kind of go by each tab. The first tab is a setup tab. There's 3 areas that you can set up and customize. And you can customize in the orange area here. That first is event name, and you can see here you can add right now up to 90 events. If you need more, you can always contact me. I can make it so that you can add more to it than just that. It has the expense category where you can add up to 10 expenses, and also 10 event categories. And again, if you need more of any of those, you can always contact me on Etsy through Messenger on Etsy, or you can contact me at my email address. Either one, we can add those for you free of charge if you need more than what you already have. So let's go ahead and get one set up. Let's just say this was event name 1 first. You can actually see there's going to be several drop downs. Anything you put into these boxes goes into the various drop downs that we use to set up transactions or to set up the event. So let's go ahead and do the first one, and let's just say it's the Smith family wedding. Let's just say the expenses are good for now. You can customize these, and these will automatically update. And let's just say that the event category is, weddings and anniversaries. Let me make sure I spell it correctly. And so we've kind of customized and set this up. If you now go over to, actually the next tab is a summary page. We'll come back to this in a minute because this will start totaling as we enter stuff into the event breakdown. But let's go ahead and enter our event. So let's go to this drop down here at the top. Let's click Smith Family Wedding. The date is fine on 1/15/2022. I'm not going to enter the contact name, but that's there if you need it. And then for category, let's select weddings and anniversaries. And you can actually see here, see how that weddings and anniversaries automatically updated when we changed here. I did just want to note that. Like I said, anytime you add or change something on that setup tab, it goes throughout the template, which is really helpful. When you look in this little breakdown here of calculation, you have the expense category. You can modify these. You can hit a drop down and you can change which expense you're looking at or you want to use there. I'm going to keep that at number 1 for now, but you can change these. If you don't need some, you can just hit delete and it'll go away. Let me again set this up, but you can change what these are. And again, these names will change depending on the setup that you have, the events that are in the drop down. Let's go up and set up a budget. Let's say the expense 1, we're going to spend 150. This one, we're going to spend 250, and this one, we're going to set up 75. Notice as you total here, you start getting totals here at the top. You get totals down here. Now let's go ahead and start actually adding expenses. Let's say you have a checking account. Let's say you have a credit card somewhere where you're keeping track of your expenses, and you get to a certain point, you start entering those transactions. If you go to this last tab called the Register tab, and I'll just kind of move the screen here. You see there's a Register tab there. If you just go to that Register tab, let's go ahead and start entering transactions. Let's call this for the Smith family wedding. We'll call that expense type 1. You can add a description if you like. We're going to skip it for now. And let's say this was $120.30. Once you enter that here, it automatically calculates over here. Now let's say expense 1, whatever expense 1 is, has another charge that you have to enter. So let's say 1/26/2022. Let's expand that column a little bit. That's a Smith family wedding again. expense 1, and let's say this is an even $50. If you go now to your event breakdown, you can see that's now $170.30, and it's showing your variances as you go. So it automatically calculates no matter how many transactions you have. It automatically calculates it. Notice it's also only calculating on this tab here, where we have that information. Excuse me. Now, let's go ahead and let's enter one more transaction there, 1/31/2022. We'll do Smith family wedding again. This time we'll do expense number 2, and we'll say that's $30. And so that starts entering it there. And like I said, as you go, it's showing the variances, and also at the top, it's showing the totals here for all of the January events as you go, which is a really nice kind of extra piece of information. And you can actually see it kind of carries over here as you go. So as you enter events in each month and keep going forward, it's going to show you the month's results. It's also going to show you the year-to-date totals as well. Also, something interesting, let's just scroll to the bottom here. So there will only be a little bit of information, but at the very bottom here, let me hide these, because we don't really need those right now. Down here, it shows you the event category, and it shows you the totals, and it shows you the expense categories in the totals. Let me delete those before there we go. And it shows you those expense categories. I've been playing a little bit with the sheet in the side and had extra rows in there. And so you can see here it's actually showing your expense categories in total, showing your event categories. So it gives you a lot of great detail that you can kind of break down and summarize. Now this information we've already entered goes immediately over here. Oh, let me delete that because that is not there in the normal one. There we go. And you can see here that it totals all the wedding anniversary, all the various expenses. That's it, and it gives you a lot of great information as you're going along there. So, all right, let's go back here and do one more entry. So we have event name 2 already pre-filled. We could do this just as event name 3 if we want. And let's do this as category 3 to show the difference in totaling. If you go over here, and let's enter 1/15/2022. I believe we called that event name 3. Let's do expense 2. Do $65. If we go over here, now you see $65 here. So it gives you a lot of great information, gives you a lot of great totaling, and like I said, totals and adds up in the month as you're going right there. Now again, if you go over here, you can see in the summary tab, it's showing all of that information there. So now, like I said, this is just me kind of walking through on a version that I've been kind of playing around with. I'll also show you a version currently out there that you can see all these values in, and you can see kind of all this information. I think I've put in 7 or 8 events. You can see all the transactions I've entered there. You can see, like I said, I think I have 2 per, and you can see all the different running totals as you go across. Let's expand that so you can see it. And then again, at the bottom, you can also see all those transactions at the bottom right there as well. You can see how it classifies all the different event categories, all the different expense categories. And just one more place to show you here that's set up, and shows you your total as you're going. So that is it. Like I said, we are listing these on Etsy right now. The first one is going on to Excel, but the Google Sheet version will be up almost instantaneously after that, within the next day or two. We will put links to those to these listings as we go. So thank you again for watching this. Like I said, if you're someone that has to really manage several events and needs an easy use trick to manage them all at the same time, see them all at the time, and then be able to also just accumulate all the information and total it up and see the breakdowns, this is the type of template for you. This was actually made with the help of an event planner, someone who needed a way to manage multiple budgets. And so we went through several iterations, and this is one of the best ones we came out with to manage those types of transactions. So I hope you like this. If you like this video, please subscribe to the page. Please go over to the Etsy shop, see all the listings. We do tons of different templates. Most of them are all automated in some way like this, where you can enter a bunch of information and it totals it up for you. So thank you for watching again. If you have any questions, you can always message me on here. You can message me on Etsy, or you can contact me on the email. Thank you guys and have a great day.